So I'm here to unravel Pune's aquifers. But before jumping to unravel Pune's aquifers, I think we shall first uh, look at the Pune's water metrics. So Pune's water metrics, drainage, dams, and groundwater togetherly forms the Pune's water metrics. But the last, that is groundwater, is least acknowledged. So this yellow boundary is the Pune district. The western boundary of the Pune district coincides with Western Ghats, which receives enormous amount of rainfall. So some of our rain gauges has even recorded the rainfall close to 5,000 millimeter in this area, and this rainfall decreases significantly towards east. So in the area around Ujni Dam, that area receives hardly 500 millimeter of rainfall. So there is tenfold decrease in the rainfall within a district. So as a result of higher rainfall, many peninsular rivers originates from Western Ghats, and that traverse along the Indian peninsula to meet Bay of Bengal towards east. So this is the river system of Pune district. All of these rivers finally meets Bhima River. The dark color river is the Bhima River. So Pune falls in the upper Bhima catchment area. And one more noticeable thing in this map is the number of dams. You can see very high density of dams. So the western part of our Pune district is having highest density of dams in India and perhaps in the world. This black color boundary is our Pune district, so is our Pune city, the area under Pune Municipal Corporation, which occupies an area of about 521 square kilometer. So earlier it was 269 square kilometer, but with the addition of 11 villages in 2017 and subsequently addition of 23 villages in 2022, now this area has grown to 521 square kilometer, that is 52,000 hectare. So our Pune is drained by two major rivers, Mula and Mutha, which confluences within the Pune city boundary at Sangamwadi area, and then the river flows as Mula Mutha. So there are also other rivers like Dev Nadi, the Dev River, and many other small rivulets. So our city is located at the head reaches of the Bhima River basin. And this is the closer look at the Pune. So we have many streams, we have two rivers, we have one dam within our boundary, and still, so Pune is blessed with the surface water resources. So we have many surface water resources. We have many lakes within our boundary, like Harantade of Lohgaon, Pashan Lake, Katraj Lake. We have three rivers, Mula, Mutha, Dev. We have many streams, but still we are fetching water from outside of our boundary. So we are getting water from Bhamasket Dam, which is the uppermost dam, the dam towards north. We are getting water from Bhamasket Dam, which is 37 kilometer away from our boundary. We are also getting water from the second, that is Pauna Dam, which is again 37 kilometer from our boundary. Then we are not getting water from this third dam. I have written there 0 TMC. So why we are not getting water from that dam? So that is the Mulshi Dam, which is owned by Tatas. They produce hydroelectricity there. So we can't procure water from Mulshi Dam, and that's why we are not getting water from Mulshi. Then we are getting large chunk of our water from the Khadakwasla Dam. So we are almost getting more than 20 TMC of water from Khadakwasla Dam. But let me tell you, the storage capacity of Khadakwasla Dam is only 2 TMC. And this Khadakwasla dam is getting fed by the Panshet dam and the Varasgaon dam. So we are also getting water from Panshet and Varasgaon dams. And yes, Temgar is also there. And then there is a Bhatgar dam, the last one, where we are not getting water from Bhatgar dam, though it is within the vicinity of Pune, because there is a Siahgad ridge in between. So if we want to get water from Bhatgar dam, we have to tunnel through the Siahgad fort, which is not possible. So yeah, which is not possible. Yeah. So no, so the point here is we have tried and tested all the options. We have tapped all the surface water resources, but still we face water scarcity during the dry season of the year. So as I earlier said, so we are getting water from Pauna dam, but there is a Pimpri-Chinchwad city there. So we are getting water. We are also getting water from Chaskaman dam. So our northeast area of the Pune, northeast area means Kalyani Nagar, then Kharadi, Viman Nagar area is getting water from Chaskaman, is getting water from Bhama Asket dam. So there is Chakan MIDC there, Chakan Panchayat is there, then there is Rajguru Nagar area there. But we are getting, but Pune is getting water from 37 kilometers. So I see a potential competition between two different municipalities. For example, the competition between Pune and PCMC, Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation. The competition between Pune and Chakan Corporation, or the competition between Pune and the Rajguru Nagar area. So we have witnessed the competition between the countries over Brahmaputra river. We have witnessed the competition between two states over Kaveri river. We have witnessed the competition between two districts. And now we are heading towards the competition between two municipalities, which may lead to conflict and social inequalities. So is it a sustainable, is this system is sustainable? So what is sustainable development? So it is a development that meets the need of present without affecting the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So अगर पिंपरी-चिंचवड एरिया, पिंपरी-चिंचवड म्युनिसिपालिटी अगर कहती है कि पाहुना आप खड़कवासला is in your boundary, you are getting water from Panchet and Varasgaon, then why are you coming here to take water from Pauna? So we are getting water from everywhere, but still we are facing water scarcity. And there are topographic challenges. So this is the digital elevation model of Pune city. The elevation ranges between 453 meters and 1152 meters. So there are almost 700 meter elevation differences across the city. So there are topographic challenges to supply pipe water to entire city. And we are facing water scarcity. So this is the slide from Pune Municipal Corporation. They have presented this slide in one of their presentation. So wherein they also know that we are facing water scarcity. So to solve that water scarcity, they have predicted the population growth, and according to their prediction, somewhere in between 2035 and 2037, we will cross 6 million. But the fact is, we have already crossed 6 million population in 2021 itself. Then according to their prediction, we will be requiring more than 1700 MLD water by 2042. But the fact is, as per data received from PMC, Pune is utilizing more than 1700 MLD water from November 2020 only. So our predictions are terribly wrong. And as a result, we are facing water scarcity. Now, with the addition of extra area, with the addition of extra villages within PMC jurisdiction, the situation has worsened. So, at the right side, you can see some calculations. So, 23 villages has included in PMC's jurisdiction. The population is around 8 lakhs of that 23 villages. And if we are planning to supply 55 liter LPCD water to their residents. So why 55 LPCD water? I don't know. Because now, as we have included these villages in Pune's jurisdiction, now they are also urban population. So we shall calculate keeping in mind 150 LPCD. But even if we calculate by 55 LPCD, they will be requiring 4 crore 45 lakhs liter water per day. That means 4,400 tankers, which will cost 200 crore rupees per year. So around 20 crore rupees per village. So that is and the same article mentions that in the lower side that, yeah, so 200 crore rupees will be needed, but we don't need to spend that much money because there are already many wells and bore wells are in use. So people are using groundwater. So what is the cost of groundwater? The cost of groundwater is 20 crore rupees per village. So as a result, there is over exploitation of groundwater in those villages, in those 23 villages. And we are facing water scarcity. So to come out with the water scarcity, PMC has listed down the shortfalls. So there are many points, but there is no any point on the resource scarcity. So according to them, the scarcity is only because of the pipelines, meters, valves, and so if we address pipelines, meter, valves, we will have no scarcity. So there is a resource scarcity is not been acknowledged by the PMC. So accordingly, they have proposed the budget of 281 crore rupees to come up with that scarcity. And if we look at the line items, we can see that around 75% of the amount they want for the pipes, pumps, valves and meters. So again, nothing for the resources, because it is very easy to blame the resource shortfall on the rainfall. So currently we are at the stage that we don't know how much amount of groundwater we are using. So is the groundwater use is constant? Is it increasing or is it decreasing? And that's why we undertook the survey. When I'm saying that we undertook this survey, so it is with the help of Bhujal, Abhiyan, CE and many other interns from many colleges. So we undertook the survey and we did a pilot survey across Pune city, and we inventoried 924 dug wells, more than 1,500 bore wells and around 63 springs. So springs are also a part of groundwater. And out of that 63 springs that we were mapped, 47 springs were perennial. So that is a good part. And the bad part is 50% of them were having biological contamination. Then we went ahead with the focus survey. So we choose 3 wards in the central Pune area. So why central Pune area? Because the municipal water supply or the pipe water supply is well established in the central Pune. And even though it is well established in central Pune, we found that, so we inventoried each and every household. So we went to 9,344 households, wherein we inventoried 1,016 bore well, 264 dug wells and 34 hand pumps. So the first map is the location of dug wells. The below green color is the number of bore wells, and the pink one are the hand pumps. And we came to know that even in the central Pune area, the density of groundwater sources is around 3.5. So in Rastapet, Raivarpet area, there were 4.1 sources per hectare area. In Sadashivpet, Shaniwarpet area, there were 4.3 groundwater sources. In per hectare area, and in Kasbapet, Somwarpet there were 2.1 groundwater sources per hectare. So the average is 3.5 groundwater sources per hectare. So earlier I mentioned that the Pune is now grown to 521 square kilometer area. That means 52,000 hectare area. So if we apply this 3.5 factor for the entire area, then we came to around 1.75 lakh to 2 lakh sources. So there must be around 2 lakh sources in Pune. And that is the reserve estimate, because this is the central part of Pune where water supply system is already established. There are pipelines. So ये 23 villages जो है वहाँ पे pipelines अभी भी नहीं है, तो वहाँ पे तो ग्राउंड वाटर सोर्सेज बहुत ज़्यादा होने वाले हैं. So we have highest density of dams in Pune district. Even though we can see that, so this red line is the number of wells growing as per the years. So we have witnessed the wells are also growing. So even though we are having highest density of dams, the wells are also growing. So here I want to make a point that the number of dams and the groundwater use are, so the groundwater use is not an alternative for the dams, or dams are not an alternative for the groundwater use. So we tried to find out the groundwater extraction across Pune city. So we did two type of calculations. So one is according to the sewage generation. So this is 2011 number. So this is the numbers from 2011. At that time, PMC was claiming that they supplies 228 LPCD water and there are 26% losses. So if we corrected that water supply to the 26% losses, so this 6.8 TMC of water is consumed by the Punekars. And according to some study, almost 66%, so we do not consume all the water. So we release back some part of that water. So, and according to study, we release back around 66% of the water to the sewage. So if we are consuming 6.8 TMC of water, then our sewage generation should be 4.5 TMC. But when we actually see the sewage generation, so sewage generation during 2011 was 6.08 TMC. So ये जो extra sewage generate हुआ है, वो कहाँ से आया? या फिर ये जो एक्स्ट्रा सीवेज जनरेट हुआ है, इसका मतलब है कि हम एक्स्ट्रा पानी यूज कर रहे हैं जो कि पीएमसी हमें नहीं दे रहा है. तो ये एक्स्ट्रा पानी मतलब ये क्या है? तो ये जो एक्स्ट्रा पानी है वो है ग्राउंड वाटर, क्योंकि दूसरा तो पानी आ नहीं सकता है हमारे यहाँ पे. तो ये जो एक्स्ट्रा 1.58 टीएमसी जो सीवेज जनरेट हुआ है, तो उससे हम पता कर सकते हैं कि 2011 में लगभग 2.39 टीएमसी ग्राउंड वाटर एक्सट्रैक्ट हुआ था, और ये 2011 में हुआ था. तो अगर 2011 में लगभग 2.39 टीएमसी ग्राउंड वाटर अगर एक्सट्रैक्ट हो रहा है, तो आज 12 साल बाद इससे ज़्यादा ग्राउंड वाटर यूज पुणे में डेफिनेटली यूज हो रहा है. देन एज आई सेड अर्लियर दैट वी हैव डन अ सर्वे, the pilot survey at the entire Pune PMC region and the focus survey of the 3 wards of the PMC region. And there we see that the normal pump capacity, so the pump are 2 HP capacity of pump have been installed by the residents. Then we have measured the outputs of some of the pump, and we came to know that the output is 80 LPM. So 80 liter of water is been extracting per minute. At per minute rates. So the per hour will be 80 multiplied by 60, that is 4,800 liter. That means 4.8 meter cube water we are extracting per hour. And average daily pumping hours is 2.75. So the groundwater abstraction is again 4.8 multiplied by 2.75 is 13.20. So 13.20 meter cube water we are extracting per day, and the pumping days, and we are assuming pumping days only 90 days. So during dry season people are using their sources. So the total extraction or the total groundwater abstraction comes to around 1188 LPM per year. Sorry, 1188 meter cube per year. And as per our calculation, so if we do the reserve calculation, so our average was 3.5 sources per hectare. So if we assume that there are three sources per hectare, then the total groundwater abstraction comes to around 6.56 TMC. So this is 2022 number. And if we assume that there are 4.5 sources per hectare, then the total abstraction comes to around 9.84 TMC. So today we are extracting around 6 to 10 TMC of water, which is equivalent to 356 millimeter. So which is equivalent to 350 to 550 millimeter of rainfall. So average annual rainfall of Pune is 750 millimeter. And if we want to adjust this abstraction, so जितना हम पानी निकाल रहे हैं, अगर उतना ही पानी हमें अगर एक्विफर में डालना है तो हमें लगभग 50% से ज़्यादा रेनफॉल हमें रिचार्ज करना होगा. और जो एवरेज बताया जाता है कि रिचार्ज का रेट कितना होता है, तो 10% ऑफ रेनफॉल. पर अगर हमें ये सस्टेन करना है, ये एब्स्ट्रैक्शन, ये ग्राउंड वाटर एब्स्ट्रैक्शन, then we need to recharge 50% of rainfall. And this is not possible without knowing Pune's hydrogeological setting. So in our report, we also, so what is this? ये क्या है? ये स्टोन क्वारी है. और ये जो पानी है, ये कौन सा पानी है? सो ये रेन वाटर है, ग्राउंड वाटर है, पता नहीं. तो ये जो है, ये प्लिंथ है. यहाँ पे कंस्ट्रक्शन होने वाला था, तो ये प्लिंथ लिया है उन्होंने. और अगर आप अब मतलब मुझे पता नहीं कि आपको दिख रहा है या नहीं, पर यहाँ से आप देख सकते हो कि यहाँ से इनफ्लोज आपको दिखाई दे रहे हैं. ग्राउंड वाटर के दिखाई दे रहे हैं यहाँ पे इनफ्लोज, वहां से सामने से दिखाई दे रहे हैं. ओके, yeah, so we can see inflows from this side, but we can't see inflows from this side because there is already a construction there, and they have removed the aquifer section there. It has been replaced with the cement, with the concrete. So the groundwater movement has stopped from that region, and we can say that this is the cross section of the aquifer. So ये जो पूरा एक्विफर मटेरियल है, ये यहाँ से ये हटाया गया है. और फिर ये जो पानी है उसका क्या होता है? This is no. So there must be some part of rainwater, but the majority part is the groundwater because we can see inflows from here. And what is happening with this water? तो अभी यहाँ पे पानी है, वो कंस्ट्रक्शन कर नहीं सकते, तो ये पानी हटाना पड़ेगा. तो ये जो पीट है, ये पीट से पानी निकालना पड़ेगा. पर बस उतना ही इसका मतलब इतना ही है क्या कि ये जो खड्डा है वहां से पानी निकालना है, बस उतना ही हमें देखना नहीं चाहिए. तो उनको ये अगर पूरा पानी निकालना है तो ये पूरा एक्विफर डिसैचुरेट करना होगा उनको, तभी जाके वो आगे का जो कंस्ट्रक्शन है वो कर पाएंगे. और बस वो यही का ये पिक्चर है. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कि ये 24/7 यहाँ पे पंप चल रहा है उनका. और ये जो पानी है वो शायद वो पता नहीं कि ये जो ड्रेन है वो स्टॉर्म वाटर ड्रेन है, सीवेज वाटर ड्रेन है, पर 24 स्टॉर्म वाटर ड्रेन. सो 24/7 ये स्टॉर्म वाटर ड्रेन में वो पानी छोड़ रहे हैं. तो जब मैंने ये कैलकुलेशन दिखाया था कि ग्राउंड वाटर एब्स्ट्रैक्शन कितना है पुणे में, तो ये जो केसेस है वो हमने कंसिडर ही नहीं किए है. सो मतलब मुझे ये कहना है कि हमारा जो एस्टिमेट है वो काफी रिजर्व एस्टिमेट है. सो देयर वाज अ अनबिल्ट ओपन ग्राउंड सरफेस बिफोर that construction. This is the shallow aquifer and the groundwater table. Then we can see that तो वहां पे अगर अभी एक ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनेगा तो हम जब देखते हैं तो हम बस ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर देखते हैं, पर उसके नीचे क्या है उसके बारे में हम सोचते नहीं है। तो उसके नीचे भी क्या है वो हमें देखना होगा। तो यहाँ पे ये जो एक्विफर मटेरियल है ये परमानेंटली उन्होंने रिमूव किया है। दैट मीन्स उतना जो ग्राउंड वाटर स्टोरेज है वो हमने परमानेंटली निकाल दिया है। और ये कितना नंबर हो सकता है, ये जो परमानेंटली ग्राउंड वाटर स्टोरेज हमने निकाल दिया है? तो हमारा एस्टिमेट है कि लगभग 1 TMC ग्राउंड वाटर स्टोरेज वी हैव रिमूव्ड और 1 TMC ऑफ द एक्विफर मटेरियल वी हैव रिमूव्ड। Then we have done the geological mapping of the Pune city. So this is Maharashtra's map and this is the Pune district which is underlain by the volcanic systems. So पुणे में हमें जो रॉक्स मिलते हैं वो इग्नियस रॉक्स मिलते हैं। इग्नियस मीन्स ऑफ फायर। सो दिस रॉक्स आर फॉर्म आउट ऑफ लावा। तो मुझे ये ज़्यादा टेक्निकल चीज़ें बतानी नहीं है, पर या इट इज़ फॉर्म ऑफ लावा एंड देयर आर मल्टीपल सच लेयर्स। मतलब लावा आया, ठंडे होने के बाद रॉक बना और उसके ऊपर फिर ये जो है ये मल्टीपल इवेंट्स हुए हैं। तो दिस आर द मल्टीपल इवेंट्स एंड एज अ रिजल्ट वी कैन सी दिस ट्रैप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, सो जिसे हम डेक्कन ट्रैप कहते हैं। तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि ये एक है, फिर यहाँ पे ये ट्रैप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो हम देख सकते हैं। सो पुणे में हमें पूरा igneous rock basalt मिलता है। So there are 2 subtypes of basalt. We have divided the basalt into 2 subtypes, that is compact basalt and vesicular amygdaloidal basalt. As name suggests, compact basalt is hard, massive and devoid of any primary porosity. So there are no pore spaces which can hold and transmit groundwater in the compact basalt. So normally compact basalt area में हमें groundwater नहीं मिलता है या फिर बहुत ही कम मिलता है। The second subtype is the vesicular amygdaloidal basalt, which is having pore spaces. So that means pore spaces, that means avenues for storing and transmitting groundwater. तो जहाँ पे वेसिकुलर बसाल्ट है वहाँ पे हमें नॉर्मली ज़्यादा ग्राउंड वाटर मिलता है और जो वेसिकुलर बसाल्ट है वही हमारे एक्विफर्स भी बनता है। पर जैसे मैंने बोला एंड these layers are resting top of one another. So the layer of compact basalt, then there is a layer of vesicular basalt, then again there will be a layer of compact. So these two layers are the alternating layers resting on top of one another. So compact basalt is devoid of primary porosity and hence we do not get water in it. But if there are the secondary porosities in the form of fracture or in the form of weathering, then the compact basalt or these weathered or the fracture basalts can also store water. So what we have done is we have taken multiple traverses. So for example, this is north-south traverse of Pune city. This is east-west traverse of the city. And as per the elevation, we have mapped 72 different layers of compact and vesicular basalts. And we have also mapped the aquifer systems from these rocks. This pink color is this pink color rock is the vesicular amygdaloidal basalt, which can hold and transmit water. If it is coinciding with the fracture or the weathered basalt, then that portion is also considered in the aquifer system. And then we came up with this the geological map of the Pune city. So this is our primary exercise. So this was our primary exercise, mapping the geology of the Pune city. So there are also secondary data available of the geology. So this is the geology. This is the data of Geological Survey of India, GSI data. This is called as the district resource map. They also have done the geological mapping at the higher scale, at the scale of district. And here you can see the 5-6 different color, so 5-6 different kind of rock. But this is the regional level mapping, and this is not much helpful when we try to come at this scale of city or at the scale of watershed. Then this is the aquifer systems of Pune city. So we have mapped 28 different aquifers within city. Then we have overlaid the recharge areas as represented by the top of the aquifers on the drainage map of the area. And there are multiple use of these recharge areas. So for example, we have overlaid the road network on the recharge areas. So for example, if we want to go for the shallow aquifer recharge on this road, so this is Bangalore highway, then we have to focus on the area on this section where the road and the shallow aquifer are intersecting with each other. So we can pinpoint the areas where to concentrate our rainwater harvesting efforts for the shallow aquifers. So we have given this kind of inputs to Pune Municipal Corporation and also the PCMC, Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation also. So this is the stretch of around 2 kilometer. This is the topography of the area. And as per the surface elevation and the elevation or the disposition of the aquifers, we have suggested a dug well or a bore well, the recharge bore well, and where to put perforated casing at which depth. Then we also map the discharge zone of the aquifers, and we find out that most of the springs, so these are the springs, most of the springs are coinciding with the discharge areas of the aquifer. So if we want a perennial spring, we need to recharge aquifers. Then we came up with the water balance. So we calculated the aquifer storage potential. So these are the number of aquifers, 28 number of aquifers. The area of each aquifer that we got from the GIS platform, that we got from this map, the area of each aquifer. Then there was a thickness of each aquifer that we got from these cross sections or the actual mapping. So area multiplied by aquifer thickness is the volume of aquifer. But the aquifer is different than our normal water tanker or the normal tank. Because if this is the 1000 liter tank, we can store 1000 liter of water in this tank. But aquifer is not like an empty tank. So अगर ये aquifer है तो यहाँ पे कुछ तो ये tank में already कुछ तो material होने वाला है. So aquifer में, so suppose this is entire aquifer and this is entire volume is the 1000 meter cube. So water will be stored only in these pore spaces, not in the entire aquifer, right? So what are the percentage of these pore spaces? So the percentage of pore spaces resides how much water will reside in the aquifer. And we have came to the conclusion that there are the aquifer storage potential of the Pune's aquifer. So on an average, it is 4%. Of course, some aquifer have the storage potential maybe 2% or some have 6%. But on an average, it is 4% at the city scale. So the volume multiplied by storage potential, that is 0.004, gives us the potential aquifer storage of each aquifer. And this is the potential aquifer storage of each aquifer, which comes to around 61 million meter cubes. So with all this data, we tried to govern or to manage the groundwater resources of the city. So the steps we follow, that first, that it is the mapping. So we did mapping and registration of key groundwater sources. Then we did aquifer mapping, then based on the aquifer and the recharge areas, we planned for the recharge of that aquifers. Then we were also having the stakeholder database. So कितना HP का पंप है, on an average annual pumping कितना है, ये. Then in the second phase, we went for the management of an aquifer. So there we concentrated on the strategic recharge activities. So we are promoting concept of public recharge instead of the individual recharge. And all our efforts are around participatory groundwater management, and that's why we are organizing these conferences, workshops, or even the meetings at the scale of society. And Bhujal Abhiyan is helping a lot in this part. Then it comes to about the governance. So we just have set up, as Vishram sir also has spoken about, the groundwater cell in Pune Municipal Corporation. So through that scale, we are trying to manage and govern the Pune's water resources. Okay. So what is needed? So the public recharge system are needed. So nowadays there is a compulsory rainwater harvesting for each and every society, but no one looks at the capacity of the aquifers. Do aquifer has the capacity to undertake the recharge? No one thinks about that. So we need to think about that, and therefore we need to concentrate on the public recharge system. So we are giving inputs to Pune Municipal Corporation on the stormwater recharge systems, or the installing recharge systems in the garden, in PMC's gardens. So we also need a community efforts, then public investment. So attempts at convergence. I think Sinha sir will talk more about the convergence. So we were having the knowledge of Pune's geology, Pune's aquifers, and we have used this knowledge in preparing DPRs for the NIUA project, the shallow aquifer recharge projects. So there shall be the respect for and the knowledge and the science should be used in our decision support systems. Yeah. So that was it. Thank you.